The next level can be 3, 4, 5 million. It can really fly after that. Certainly that was the case in my experience. So I look at the structure of a business with a CEO sometimes and challenge them, or they should challenge themselves on how to look at, how they take things to the next level, and they're not. They're looking at how they can work at things today. And working in agency life is very much dealing with problems as they happen, and not necessarily spending too much time in the planning box. I use efforts. I think the other thing to do is visualization really works. And this is less changing your brand or playing with your brand's proposition or looking at structure, a very kind of serious things to do. One that I also think is useful for a founder to do is visualize what the future looks like for you, for your business, for the people within it. It's such a powerful thing to do, visualization. It might sound a bit airy-fairy to some of your listeners, but I love it, and I use it as a tool quite a lot in my life and always have done. Never really because anyone's told me, I just have done it naturally, but it's such a positive force for good. And there is the law of attraction, which is a kind of more, there's been books written about it, whereby if you visualize a certain situation, so if you're a 15, 20 people and stuck in a rut and can't get through the level, visualize what your agency is going to be like in 5 years' time. And you visualize a 50-person agency that's working for this brand, that brand, the other brand. You've got an office in London, you've got an office in New York, whatever it is your visualization you want to do. Visualize it, really think about it, really visualize yourself in it. Think about what it feels like, what it smells like, what it sounds like, the buzz of the office. And that law of attraction, funny things happen. You never know that how much you then make good things happen in your business, and actually visualizing the future is really powerful. I don't think many people do that. It's a very positive thing to do. You feel much better about yourself visualizing. It's a very positive thing for you to do as an individual. And even if it doesn't happen, at least you've had fun putting yourself in that seat for the minute and being in that spot where you look at it. So I think that's a nice, important thing as well that people can do if they want to. And nothing.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I run a school of leadership, so I know the power of visualization. And this is something which is very well known and practiced in the sports world, but it is still yet to make its way into the business world. But that ability for our brain to go into a future which doesn't exist, the brain doesn't know the difference. And then what happens is you start to see yourself differently and take different actions, even with the current reality, which makes the future almost like you pull the future towards you rather than struggling to get to the future. So that's a very powerful skill, and thank you for adding that.
No, I'm with you, and I read. I love sport, and I love learning from different sports people and their techniques.